For so long, for so many, it was a dream. Suntans and movie stars and surfing songs and infinite possibility. California dreaming. The same sun still shines down on Los Angeles, and for many the dream is still golden, still very real. But there is a thing happening in LA, a vast failure that is making people afraid, and they should be afraid. This is Skid Row in Los Angeles, and none of the things you see here, the garbage and the filth and the degradation, is shocking to those of us in Seattle. We see it almost every day. But the sheer volume of it here, the enormity of it all, is truly mind-boggling, and it has opened the doors to some next-level problems that are horrifying. It is 53 square blocks of suffering and mental illness and drugs on a level that is hard to fathom.
When I first got here, I was a man. But after being here for 9 years, it took a toll on me. And now I don't feel like a man anymore.
And now, bubbling at the surface, is the long-ignored cousin of addiction and homelessness: disease.
We have not seen conditions for humans like this since medieval times, period, and that's a fact. But if you get them
Dr. Drew Pinsky is scared and outraged, and on his radio show in LA, he no longer holds back.
Tuberculosis is exploding, non-tuberculous acid-fast bacilli exploding, and then the rat-borne illnesses, plague and typhus. And then we had typhoid fever last week. Even I didn't think that, I missed that. I mean, so typhoid fever means, oh, now we have oral fecal contamination, so that's gonna mean parasites and cholera. Here we go, everybody. Just everything you found in your history books, we got it. It's coming.
He says that bubonic plague, Black Death as it was known, which killed 25 million people over a 5-year period in the Middle Ages, is likely already present in LA. It is caused by fleas biting rats and spreading it to humans, and an army of rats, millions strong, has overthrown Los Angeles. They have infested City Hall. The LAPD station in downtown LA was fined by the state for rodent infestation. 2 employees have been infected by typhus. Cops have been diagnosed with typhoid fever, hepatitis A, and staph.
This is the end of it right here. We're really close to the end of whatever our existence on this earth is going to be.
Skid Row has been in LA for a long time, but not like this. Never like this.
There's over 1,000 registered sex offenders on the streets of Skid Row.
Andy Bale is the CEO of the Union Rescue Mission in the epicenter of Skid Row. His life's work is saving lives here.
People get beaten, women get raped. It's just a brutal environment. Unusual.
He looks out now, and he too is scared. He too is outraged.
This is real.
Yeah, it's real, and you know, who knows? This is like a petri dish for disease.
He knows. While delivering water to the people he serves, he contracted staph, E. coli, and strep. It cost him his leg. And the lost souls on the streets below have no idea what they're up against.
I mean, is it a life or death situation? No. I mean, it's just a part of life, being sick.
It's been easy enough for most people to ignore the plight of Skid Row, but then it started to spread. Homelessness is exploding here, up 16% in 1 year, 36,000 wandering the streets of Los Angeles, 59,000 in LA County. In the shadow of iconic buildings, there are tents now. Right outside beautiful City Hall, there are tents. On Alvarado Street, a man walks out into traffic to avoid the filth. At Venice Beach, called the new Skid Row by some, tents and the things that come with them are on full display. Jill Stewart is the head of the Coalition to Preserve LA.
And there's a lot of butt covering going on. Oh, we did a great job last week. Oh, fantastic press conference. And I'm at the point where if the city council and the mayor don't do something innovative and dramatic pretty soon, we're going to spend every single day putting out press releases about how incompetent they are.
The camps pop up only where they are allowed. Manhattan Beach, for instance, is pristine. Look at this. Under this overpass on the 405, on one side there is nothing. On the other side, a line of tents and garbage. That's because one side is in Culver City. Culver City doesn't allow them. The other side is in Los Angeles. Los Angeles does. The health risks are everywhere. Miranda, on the streets for 4 years now, knows.
Particularly hepatitis A is very rampant out here. That's one of the big ones, but there's scabies, there's just a plethora of health risks and problems out here.
Los Angeles spent $620 million to fight homelessness last year. The successes have been dwarfed by the failures. Many insist that City Hall has been paralyzed by indecision, all the while assuring the public that things are under control. If you live in Seattle, perhaps that sounds familiar. Behind the veneer of the gorgeous sunsets and the vast wealth of sunny Southern California, nobody talks about good vibrations anymore. They talk about disease and despair and how the dream went so very wrong.
The worst man-made disaster in the United States, by far. It's 53 square blocks of abandoned people who've been really left to die. You don't really live on Skid Row. You come here to die.
It was the place to go for your dreams, and now it's a place to go with your nightmares.
Do you feel like you're shouting into the wind? I am screaming into the wind, and I feel like, and I feel this way every day, like I'm standing on a railroad track, and the train is coming, and I know the bridge is out, and I'm like, hey, stop, stop, stop. And the engineers are looking at me and give me the finger. We are on the eve of really serious trouble.